Great swing.
Good, Ronnie. Look at that carry.
Good ball speed again.
All the height you'll ever need, certainly on that one. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Special guest in the house, Michael.
It's a big day.
Big day for both of you. You've never done these videos together.
I know. The dream team, the real dream team now.
I know.
Welcome, Ron Pagowski.
Thrilled to be back, and a rare mid-season appearance.
I know normally early season,
February, March.
a little bit of an off-season occurrence. Well, you're, Mr. World Traveller, always
Europe.
a bit here, Rome, Paris, Budapest recently, right?
Skokas.
Muskokas.
Miss Muskoka.
Yeah. So, no, very nice to have you with us in the studio today. We're here for good reason. We got some products through the door maybe a few weeks back, month or so, and Mike and I looked at it and went, really, for us to do this product justice, neither of us, are going to hit it and be able to talk about it in a way that it's appealing to the audience, the right audience, which is the player who's looking for a little bit more height, launch, maybe dynamic loft through the contribution of the shaft dynamically. And I said, I know a guy who does. Need
Someone
a little
who's
bit of that.
searching for launch.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's me.
So, yeah, KBS High Launch Max, brand new product.
So potentially a really good fit for me then.
Yeah, definitely. You sprung to mind when I saw it. Yeah. KBS Max Iron Shaft, Ronnie, have been out for a long time, very popular, something that I know a lot of the Club Champion studios do very well with. So it is an extension to that line so that you can sort of have one shaft throughout the bag that you really sort of get along with if you tend to vibe with that EI profile. That's the idea of this. Also from a price point perspective, it's pretty attractive.
Nice.
From a price point perspective, so it's not up in the the upper echelons of we know where graphite can be for some of the really expensive stuff.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is from the spec of shafts that you play. Like you have a Zexio shaft in there, you have an Autoflex shaft in your driver, so that softer profile is definitely why we have you in. But their claim is this high launch, and you were in a couple weeks ago talking to us about getting the ball up and trying different hybrids. You really want to try 7-wood, but I think a combo of hybrids that you currently have with maybe a different shaft might just be the ticket for you.
It's handsome.
Yeah.
Comes in a bunch of different colors too, which is nice.
Yep. It's kind of got a bit of that fun element that we're seeing with some of the shaft companies. Match it with your team, match it with your favorite colors, match it with the grips you like, whatever you like, but it's a little bit more of a fun color pop to it. You saw some colors that you liked.
There's a little green PVD and it made it look super expensive, super premium. So yeah, you can have, sky's the limit to whatever colors.
Well, you've got I like this one. Like I'm a fan of these colors, but I think that looks
black
pretty
and red.
classy.
Yeah.
Very KBS, right? The black with the kind of red band.
Definitely.
I think that looks great. There's a kind of baby blue, like a Carolina, like Tar Heel blue, that type of thing. Good. No, it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ultimately, it's not. None of that's going to matter unless they perform. So let's start you out with hybrid, in a territory that you normally aren't that comfortable.
So if you were to ask me, how do I like my bag? I love my bag. This would be the one that I'm least keen on. I don't get enough height.
Yeah. Which is, you said, do you want me to hit 4 hybrid or 5 hybrid? And I said, let's go to the one you struggle with, because ultimately we're going to show if this is any good for you or not by testing it in this area.
Right. So I've got 177 carry, 192 total. Is that for a hybrid still too much run? Are you comfortable with me having 15 yards of run on a 4 hybrid?
It depends where we're at. I think it always depends. How are the greens? Are you traditionally on greens like we played a course the other day, and you were having to allow for 10 yards of run out of a 7-iron? If you were to tell me that was your numbers on a course like that, I'd say, yeah, not comfortable. You need to get elevated. But I know at your course, there's some elevated greens. There's some that are below. I'm okay with it.
So this is how I manage around that issue is, this is basically an advanced club for me. Rarely do I use this club to get into a green. So long par 4, par 5 second shot, I use this to advance it. So I'm not too miffed if it's low, but if I want to grow up to be a good golfer, I would like to have a 4 hybrid that can get up in the air and maybe hold a green if that's what the shot requires.
Okay. All right. Let's start you off.
Yeah.
Get it with a few. I've popped you in the fairway here at Wentworth. Not the easiest of second shots. If you drive it to the top of the hill, Ronnie, you've got 185 to the pin. You've got about call it 167 to cover the front of the green, 162 to cover the bunker. Well within your grasp to do that, but how the ball sits down is going to be the interesting part here.
Okay.
Okay. Good, Ronnie. Really good there. So any feedback you've got, this is 50 gram regular flex.
It felt less boardy at the bottom.
Okay,
It felt quite nice and
like it.
confidence-inducing. So
good.
I mean, you're coming from 60 gram regular flex C6, generally a little bit firmer down below in this C6 silver or black, whatever it was called back then. So yeah, you're dropped down a bunch in weight.
And they're a few years old, really. I mean, 410. I mean, we've had 425 come and go, but now we're in 430. So
Six.
So I'm liking the shaft to answer your
good,
question.
excellent.
Great strike. There it is. Good swing.
Thank you. Better.
3-putt bogey and you're all set.
Michael. Lovely, Ronnie. That's high and handsome.
Perfect.
Oh, that was nice. Centre punch to boot.
That was my best hit, Michael.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, Ronnie, good job. Yeah, I think height-wise, we're seeing it about the right number. I mean, 4 hybrid, like you say, I don't know if we would necessarily have you in 4 hybrid. Maybe more inclined to be 7 would. Honestly, I would
9 would.
9 would potentially. Wider body, lower launch, love it. Like as much of that as we can get.
So this reminds me, you're smiling now. You know where I'm going with this, the 5-iron.
Yes,
The day you
I do
wanted
remember
to
that.
break
Remember
my
that?
5-iron over
Eagle
your
Creek?
leg.
Yeah, Eagle
Do you remember
Creek.
that?
I do.
Give it to me. I'm just going to put it on my
Give it
leg.
to me.
So I think we got to the point with me getting a little bit older that the 4 hybrid
Yeah, it's just, it's a battle, isn't
is a non-starter, isn't it?
it? It can be. All right, let's have a look at fairway wood.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, nudging you back a little bit. Primarily a tee club for you, this one. That's something you never really hit fairway wood off the ground.
So on my course, I use this 3 times around, guaranteed. Wide, narrow, fairways, rock formations.
Yeah.
Because
You're laughing there. You got a smirk on your face.
because my course is on the Canadian Shield, so there's some stuff going on in my course. So it's a very, very important club, the 7 wood off the tee box. It's like I perform okay, generally speaking. I'll muster up the courage to hit this off the fairway maybe once on the very, very wide 18th hole.
Okay, all right.
So
Let's take a little look at it. Again, weight-wise in the lighter category, 42 grams regular flex, so very light on this one. So we'll see if that yields a little bit of additional speed or sort of kick.
a lot of weight options on the KBS HL family.
Yeah, there's, I mean, fewer options, I would say, when it comes to the woods. They tend to be in the lighter. There's lots of hybrid weight options from 40 up to 80.
Great strike.
Adding the heel. We're really close with this one, Ronnie.
Definitely get some nice height to it.
So Ian, that felt great. I know the face control's a little bit off, but right now we're working in baby increments. I'm happy with everything except for the face control.
Yep. No, I think launch and spin, and we're missing maybe just a little bit of ball speed there, but I think peak height-wise, we're in the right window. And this is definitely not going to be the easiest task in the world to, create launch out of a fairway wood, and we are getting some good launch. I mean, this is not easy.
Very comfortable with the shaft.
Good.
I know where the club is at the top of the backswing.
Right. Good, Ronnie.
Good strike.
I overcooked the face there.
Nice to feel what too much is, though. Nice to have a little feel for that.
And your goal for peak height is still in that.
I mean, if we can get it in the 70s, that's holy grail. 65 and above is really the target.
Okay.
Start line.
Ian, for me to hit a green from 200 yards out
Yeah.
happens once a season.
Yeah, and I'd almost be thinking about this like you to hit your fairway target from 200 yards out, because I know that's not really something you're even thinking of. I mean, we could legitimately go back here. Yeah, we could be here on the tee deck, really trying to kind of hit something into the fairway out here, right? So let's hit a couple from here, because that you're right. We're not trying to hit it into a close to the flag or anything like that.
I would like to see whether I could raise my game by bringing that into the toolkit.
Yep.
So I'm glad we did what we did. Is the TV tower again in the middle of the fairway or left?
So I've got you in the middle of the fairway. So the middle of the fairway is right there.
Okay.
So that's kind of more of what you do with it, right?
On the course, yes.
Yeah, that's the purpose of it. So, yeah, fair to judge it in its true form, I would say. I would say fairway woods and hybrids, Ronnie, we're always trying to make it easier on the client. As easy as we can make it to hit them high and far and make you comfortable, that you can sort of generate a good amount of sort of kick.
So compared to the 4 hybrid, this is a lot more fun.
Is it?
Oh, easily.
Do you feel the shaft kick more in the fairway wood shaft than you did in the hybrid?
A little bit.
Yeah, I've always found that with hybrid shaft. I never feel a hybrid shaft kick. I feel my irons kick and I feel my woods kick. I'd never feel a hybrid shaft kick.
And why is that?
I think predominantly hybrid shafts generally play a little too stiff. Like I would rather play a stiff hybrid than an X-Flex hybrid for me, personally.
But this is so much more fun playing this club than the 4 hybrid.
Okay, give me one more and then we'll hit some drivers. I loved it, Ronnie.
Nice flight to that.
Good. Okay.
That plays well on my course.
Yeah, I think, that's, we can see there, 180 out to sort of 200. You're starting to kind of get balance within the bag, carry distances matching up, bit of the correct spacing. You see the apex alignment, the fairwood's fractionally higher than the high hybrid shaft.
And sorry, what did you put in my hands here? You've got...
So that's a 5 wood.
Bumped up a couple degrees.
It's up a little bit. It's playing 20 in the loft with the weight bridge back a little bit.
And this QI10, why did you... It's a good match for me in terms of...
Yeah, it's a popular one for us, so
Yeah.
easy to adjust and
Felt pretty good.
Numbers were good. Numbers were really nice.
Okay.
Okay, let's go driver. All right, Ronnie, last but not least, driver. 40 grams, regular flex again.
45 and a half.
Yep, same length as Ronnie's auto flex.
In his current driver head.
This 40 grams is the same as my...
You're playing 405, that's correct, yeah.
Okay.
Solid. Come on. Too bad you didn't have your little draw, Ronnie. That was a lovely flight. Yeah, ball speed kicked up really nicely there.
Sorry, what was the ball speed in that last
Yeah,
one?
126 on the
Okay.
last one.
Yeah.
That was quick. And obviously much easier to gain height with the driver because we have the elevation of the tee, but from a height perspective, I mean, that's pretty good. High spin because the face was a little bit open and a little bit of a low heel strike. So there's actually more to get. That was good though.
Great swing.
Good, Ronnie. Look at that carry.
That's nice.
Yep. Beauty.
17 at 24. Good ball speed again.
All the height you'll ever need, certainly on that one. A lower one, certainly, Ronnie, but
Turn a
shape
bit.
and back, yep.
Still good carry.
Really solid. Yeah, so I think driver-wise, Ronnie, you're kind of in your sweet spot with a little bit, elevated tee. For somebody who just, fights launch a little bit, that makes a lot of sense. Launch and spin are really good. Really, really nice. You were saying your kind of target 205.
205 carry.
Carry.
My home course demands carry of at least 205 on certain holes.
Yep. No, I think that's nice. And in terms of how we'd space out, if this was the top 3 clubs in your bag, Ronnie, I'd be happy with that.
You're
I really
happy
would
with
be
the
happy
gapping?
with that.
A little ball speed jump when you need it too. Like when you put those speed swings in, that ball speed took that's 129 right there.
129. Yeah, I mean you're really close to getting yourself towards some of the best numbers we've seen from you. And I think the question we've got is does this family of shafts work together? Does it give you some sense of familiarity between clubs?
Felt so comfortable, seamless transition, hybrid fairway driver.
Because in all honesty, I mean, let's just analyse your game for a second. You can have the opposite going on. You've got an auto flex which feels one way. You've got
Hybrid shafts that are
hybrid shafts
heavier-ish.
that potentially maybe a little now because they're a bit out of date, in terms of your bag composition.
And the Zexio hybrid that is
Yeah.
softer.
And probably, but not far away from what we would
Yeah,
say is
totally.
ideal. So, we'll get continuity with something like this versus a little bit of a mixture.
So if I were to get a shaft family with continuity, that projects into what? Better contact? What do you think the benefits
I think
would be?
that a familiarity with timing.
Timing.
Because shafts are, as we always say, timing devices. So if we are not guessing at that timing, adjusting to that timing,
Right.
that has to be a good thing. If we are replicating the same cadence over and over again.
I know I'm adjusting consciously and subconsciously. So when I put that 7 hybrid,
Yep.
the Zexio, I know I've got to swing it differently than my ping.
Right.
I just know, and I somehow think that I'm adjusting.
Yeah,
So we're talking about consistency then, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think,
Okay.
good shot for good shot, you're going to get very similar results to what you've got. But building a family of shafts is kind of what we're, I guess, experimenting with here. And is that something that we'd be in favor of?
Yeah. Again, I'm repeating myself. Easy transition.
That's
Love
good. I think the nice thing for fitters, when we have that on the wall, once we fit someone into driver, it can maybe speed up the fitting process, get you there a little bit more efficiently, a little quicker, and then we know fairway woods are going to blend in, and then you have hybrids, and then ultimately you have iron shafts as well. So it does make that family in your whole golf bag.
Yeah, and I think, Ronnie, you're the poster boy. You're the swing speed. You're the demographic that I think KBS will have made this shaft with yourself and
Okay.
similar swing profiles and swing speeds in mind.
Okay.
So I think you're a perfect test candidate.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I'm the demographic target?
Yep, definitely. Yep. Anyone who's looking for a little bit more sort of dynamic contribution from the shaft in order to create elevation,
Okay.
that's what we're looking for here.
But I really enjoyed hitting it.
Good.
A lot.
Excellent. Well, guys, if those of you who are watching, that sounds like something you're in need of. Maybe you do feel like you're searching a little bit at the top end of your bag. Some sort of lack of consistency with your wood performance, and maybe that's because you like the way one feels and you don't like another one. It's an interesting concept. It's not the first time, certainly, families of shafts have been kind of built that way with EI curve or consistency of EI curve in mind. But I think it's a really nice extension to an existing line of shafts in the KBS Max iron shafts that will work for a lot of people.
Yeah, and the price point is
And the price point.
it's a way to maybe turn a stock club into that custom without breaking the bank right away.
Yep.
Whether it's juniors or at this swing speed, it's really nice. It's good.
It really is. Good. Excellent. All right, guys, let us know if this is something that you struggle with. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Are you sort of at odds with the top end of your bag, and what Ronnie's experienced there through hybrid fairwood and driver, is that something to work for you? We'd love to hear it. I think KBS, any manufacturer would love that feedback from you guys. So get active in the comments. We love it. We love interacting with you guys in there as well. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.